Good day everyone, my name is Angelo L. Bardos. I'm a member of VoltWire and this is group 1 for the activity number 3, blinking traffic light. So now we have our component list. Arduino Uno 5mm LEDs, jumper cables, resistors, a mini push button, and a breadboard. As you know, Arduino Uno is a versatile microcontroller board which is powered by the AT Mega 328 chip. It features multiple programmable digital pins, a USB interface for code uploading, and onboard circuitry for stable power regulation. It is commonly used for automation, timing control, and interactive projects. The purpose for this one in our activity is it acts as the central controller that runs the program sequence for traffic lights and pedestrian crossing. It manages the timing of red, yellow, and green lights for both cars and pedestrians and responds to the push button input. Our next component is a 5mm LED. These light-emitting diodes, each 5mm in diameter, that emit light when an electric current flows through them. They have different colors: red, yellow, green, blue, you name it. They're used to represent various traffic signal states. For this one, it also serves as the visual indicators for traffic control. Green is for go, yellow is for slow, prepare to stop, and red is for stop for both vehicles and pedestrians. Our next component on the list is jumper cables. Flexible insulated wires with metal pins at both ends, used to ensure and temporary connections between the Arduino breadboard and other electronic components without soldering. Purpose in traffic light: carry electrical signals and power between the Arduino LEDs, resistor connections, and push buttons to ensure all the components work together in the program sequence. The next is resistor, a small electronic component designed to limit the flow of electrical current. The 220 ohm resistance value ensures that the LEDs receive the correct amount of current to operate safely. The purpose for this one in our activity: it prevents the LEDs from receiving excessive current, which also protects them from damage and ensures that they maintain consistent brightness during their operation. Our next one is a breadboard, a reusable prototyping board with grid holes and internal conductive strips that allows components to be conducted without soldering. It makes circuit building easy and adjustments quick. Provides a stable base to organize and collect LEDs, resistors, push buttons, and jump wires, enabling quick assembly and modification of the traffic light circuit with ease. And finally, we have the mini push button, a small spring-loaded normally open switch that completes an electrical circuit only when pressed. It is compact, lightweight, and designed for easy breadboard use. It also allows pedestrians to request a crossing. When pressed, it sends a signal to the Arduino board, triggering the light sequence to stop cars and give pedestrians times to cross safely. That's all for this. That's all for this demonstration. That's all for this. That's all for this presentation. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you in the next one. Hello guys, welcome back. This is Act 3 of Arduino Uno. So now we have the traffic lights, which is 12, 11, and 10. So red, yellow, and green respectively. We do have a button here, which is optional. You can use the button, but I recommend not yet because you'd have to add a lot more stuff before testing. So there are also pedestrian lights, which is 8 and 7 respectively, which is red and green. So now we have to introduce the timing variable. So the amount of time green has is the amount of time this has. So 10,000 is 10 seconds, 7,000 is 7 seconds. Red time is 5 seconds. And then we have here the pedestrian crossing time. So after that, when the light turns green and no, when the light turns green, the pedestrians. Fuck, wait. When the light turns green, lights go red. And when it's red, you have to wait until the traffic lights go red. And then it will change to green, which pedestrians can now cross. So this is the amount of time pedestrians can cross before the lights go back. And the flash time is the amount of time that the pedestrian light green, which will flash before coming out of the loop and going back again to the button read. So now this just checks the light, the last time the lights changed. Don't worry about that. So now we have everything here set up, which is pin mode. These three are the traffic lights. These three are the pedestrian lights. No, and the button as well. I mean, all right. So here we have a setup, right? The normal setup for this one is cars first go and pedestrian stop, which is car active, uh, green activates and red activates. So what you have is green and red on at the same time. So now that it's on, we go back here to this function. Now this whole function is a bit tricky, but it should be easy. So now digital right car green low. Now, this will turn off green, but in turn activate yellow, which will switch from green to yellow, and then the delay time will be the amount of time yellow will be on. And then we go to red time. Red time, these three lines of codes here, yellow will deactivate, which will turn off. Red comes, turn on, and then finally the pedestrian lights will cross. If the red light is suffice or passes, it will turn off, and then pedestrian green will turn on, and then now it will flash for about the amount of time you put in here. So divide that by 500, you get that. Now we have these delays. You don't really have to change these. Now this will only flash the pedestrian lights for a brief moment or for a long time if you so wish. And now these are the last three. So now everything will be reset. The pedestrian lights will go back to red, which will make it so that pedestrians won't cross. And then the transitions and and then it transitions to the next color, which is yellow. And then check that for the amount of time. And then finally, after a set amount of time that you give the variable up here, uh, it will, sorry, turn turn green on. Now finally, here we have the recording of the last time change. I only have that because I have uh, an if statement here, which checks to see if enough times has passed after the button has been pressed. That's pretty optional. I just wanted to use it.
Good day, everyone. We are Team VoltWire, Group 1, and we will be showing you how to make a traffic light using Arduino. So let's get started.
So, paano yung board natin? First, let's distribute the traffic lights so that we can follow which is which. So, Mag-leave ka ng space ng box dyan.
Ito ba, positive? Tama lang ba?
Magka-ano lang sa'yo. Dito yung make sure na nakakabit yan kasi crucial yan mamaya. So, sa green naman, follow niyo in same direction as the other three. Yan. Tapos sa'yo, pare sa akin. Leave ka lang ng cut ng one box. Yan.
Ayan. Okay, so ganun lang.
Yan sa wire. Dito ako magaling.
Ay, this is yung button.
Sa may board. Mukhang dito siya. Sa space lang ng ano.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Nasa space lang siya ng LEDs.
Ganyan.
Tama yan. Kasi nakabit natin yung mga resistors mo din. So, importante yung direction. Yung red part dapat opposite sa sa mga LEDs. We do the rest.
Saan mo
At
yan
the
nalagay?
spacing of 2 boxes instead of 1. 2 box.
Okay. Ang sabay ko na wala
Ang sabi naman. Dito ka sa dulo. Pinakatulo kasi. Ay, hindi. Kapantay lang ng positive nito. Hindi. Repeat the same process. Just dito. Ayan. Ganun. I-linya mo lang sa green. Yan. Tama naman direction ako.
C plus.
Last one.
Sa green.
Last one. Facing yung red part papunta sa A5.
Sa button. Tama ba? Plus. Tapos sa button.
Okay, so puro black. Ayan. Now we prioritize first the resistors, button, and LED so that once we get to the wiring phase, it will not be difficult. So, puro green lang dito na. Ano mo na ito? Negative to negative. A tip from connecting the jumper cables together is it's very simple. You just have to connect the negative part right next to the negative part of the LEDs. Ayan. Negative. It's a bit difficult if you have big fingers, but we'll manage. Nalagay ko dito sa dito yun. Tapos kakunik ko siya dito. Kaya ako pala nahihirapan dito. repeat the same process over and over again. And lastly, we connect the replace ko lang ito. Connections achieved. It is important to note that you check every jumper cable if they are in good condition, because one defective jumper cable could ruin the whole process of the traffic light. It would not work.
Itong isa ba?
Okay, so connected siya sa mga positive charges. Itong mga green na ito. Alright. Lilinya lang natin ito.
Ano yung pin ulit ng ano? Zion?
Pins.
Green pedestrian.
Green pedestrian is 7.
Green pedestrian is 7 and
Red is 8.
Okay. Simula tayo from the start.
Button is 9.
button is
Traffic light green 10.
Siguro pa fast forward mo lang yung face na ito. No? Nice.
button 9 and tapos
Green traffic light 10.
green is 10 tapos yellow is 11
Yes.
tapos
Last is 12.
Yan, nice.
3, 4, 5, 6 6 lang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Yung GNT na connect mo na.
hindi pa
Sa resistor yun. Yan, sa dulo lang ng resistor.
dito
Yeah. Nakatabi lang yun sa mga cellphone. Yan, nice. Ingat ka lang. Ingat ka lang. Mabit. 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 Diyan. Fuck. Tingin ka.
okay na okay na testing.
Alright, summon one.
Demo.
Now we go to the testing phase to see if it works.
Seconds. Switch.
Okay, good see.
4 seconds. Crossing time. Flicker. Next. Next.
Good.
It's,
That is all.
that is all for our presentation.
Thank you
If
for
you
watching.
like it. See you in the next video.